Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. Search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
I need you again, so stick around. So stick around.
leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away right now. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. You're so don't let it go. I know you feel it. Cause you'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away right now. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. You're so don't let go. I know you feel it. Cause you'll always be my broken love. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost.
Search for you, stay lost.
We are reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too
Hey y'all, how's everybody doing on this wonderful Thursday? How y'all doing? Everybody hear me okay? So I was gonna wait. Okay, so I was gonna wait and just come on later, on the Hive or whatever for 420. I was just gonna. But today I seen there's yet another post made by JLR, and he's been harassing another family. And it just took me back all too well to the Quentin Simon stuff, the harassment, the heckling, the Don Candace Wells, the heckling of their neighbors. And it's like it's starting all over again with another case that they swore up and down they wanted no parts of it. So I'll just do a quick rundown real fast. If I miss something, then we'll go back over it again. But Sarah Dreyer went missing. Family couldn't find her. So, of course, JLR and Betty rush to the scene. JLR starts searching. Not in the same area, not where he's supposed to be searching, not where everybody else is searching, but where he wants to search. Okay. Then he starts going up to the house where the family's at, and there was a post made in the group. This is the post. It says there have been a few YouTubers coming by the house and trying to speak to the family. While we appreciate the platform and believe it is being used to help spread the word to help bring Sarah home, please respect the family's privacy. That's all they asked, right? They just wanted to, they just wanted them to respect the family's privacy. Don't film them or request to speak to them. This situation is unimaginable and they deserve to feel safe on their property. Additionally, if anyone who is out there is approached by a YouTuber, please remember the information you have should only be shared with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department. Thank you all. Let's work together to bring Sarah home. So that post was made in a group specifically for Sarah and her family and friends, people in the neighborhood, So they were trying to do what they could for their family member and ask for their privacy nicely. They weren't rude about it. They weren't mean about it. They didn't cuss them out. They didn't make a scene. They didn't videotape it. It wasn't tagged. There was no hashtags. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. So in rushes, let's see. This is Doug from Northport, who was actually backing up kind of what he was saying. So that's another comment from a YouTuber. Then we have Betty Bullhorn here, who rushed to JLR's aid and decided that she needed to put her 2 cents into it. So this is what Betty had to say. And again, mind you, this family just this is fresh, like 3 or 4 days old. So for 3 or 4 days, she's got 2 kids and possibly 3. I could be wrong. She might have 3. Anyhow, she's got children who are, scared and looking for their mom. They want their mom to come home. They're nervous. They don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? This isn't something that you normally go through. So they're experiencing all of this while scared out of their minds, wondering what's going on. Where's my mom? Where's my wife? Where's my sister? Where's my aunt? Where's my, my daughter? All the, their family. They're going through something awful, something tragic, something terrible that is, like she said, unimaginable. And they just wanted some privacy. So here goes Betty. I'd like to first say that I'm sorry for what your family is going through. It also sounds like someone has provided you horrible information about the YouTuber out helping. And most of these people, we call them trolls and cockroaches. No one in this group even knows what she's talking about. When she comes in here talking about trolls and cockroaches, no one even knows what the hell's going on. No one knows what that is because this group is new. First of all, it's newly made. And second of all, this woman just went missing. They are not in these groups. They're not on the YouTube streets. They have no idea what's going on or any animosity between people. They don't know. They have no idea. So down here, as we start down here to the second paragraph, she says, we will make sure your case won't be covered on YouTube or other social media. And we'll make sure every social media personality knows to stay away from this case. What an awful thing to say to a family searching for their loved ones. Their loved one. Praying she's still alive, but not knowing. It's disgusting. And so she goes on to say, clearly mainstream media isn't helping because I can barely find an article. Which is true because she had just went missing. There was one, I believe one news media article that went out, but that was about it. So she said, my friend, a YouTuber, was out in the woods searching for your loved one for 2 days in this heat. Mind you, their entire family was, and they didn't ask him to go search. They didn't ask him to be there. They didn't want him to be there. They, allowed him to be there because he chose to be there. That was his choice. That was him going. They didn't ask him to be there. They didn't beg him to be there. They didn't pay him to be there. So him walking through the woods for 2 days, that's great. You put yourself out there. You did this, though. You offered yourself to go walk for 2 days to look. No one else did that. So that's... And then she throws this in, which absolutely has nothing to do with nothing. I was out searching for JJ Rowland, and he was found. I'm a world famous YouTuber, like the one helping search for your family. First of all, JJ Rowland he went missing, and it's not, he was found. Yes, Betty did not find him. Betty was not anywhere near anyone that did find him. An older gentleman found him, and it had nothing to do with Betty. Here it is. This is JJ Rowland right here. And this is the man that found him. He's a Marine Corps veteran. So Betty had absolutely nothing to do with finding that little boy. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why she put that in here is beyond me. I don't even understand what her putting that in there had anything to do with anything. I believe actually it was almost a month ago. Yeah, wait. So this one here says February 27th. February 27th. Okay, so that's longer than a month ago. So why she even put him in here is beyond me. I don't know what she was trying to do by doing that, but other than trying to make them think that she found this little boy. That's all I can think of as to why she put that in there. There's no other reason for her to put that in there. So her calling herself a world famous YouTuber, that shit took me all the way out. I can't believe she even said that. I cannot believe she even said that. How embarrassing. And this is how she, as a world famous YouTuber, acts. Her and her crew. Her and her hogs. So she goes, I'm sure your message hurt his feelings and his heartfelt efforts to help. Well, first of all, he doesn't have any feelings. Because if he did, he wouldn't do half of the stuff he does. And if they don't know JLR, they sure as hell do now. And yesterday, it really hurt his feelings, all right, while he's out there yelling and telling them to sue him. Sue me, this is what he said. Sue me is what he told those guys last night. So anyhow, she goes, let's see here. I was going to join the efforts as well, but will refrain from doing so. I do hope you see how this statement isn't helpful and will only hinder any help you may need in the future. Really? Really, world famous YouTuber? Is that so? So then she goes on to say, I wish you the best, but my voice and tell all social media to steer clear and stay clear from discussing or participating in this matter moving forward. Yeah. Insulting people trying to help is sad, and I'll pray for you and your family. Betty, you don't pray. Stop it. You can cut it out right now. And after what you guys did to him, they don't need your prayers anyways. God bless, and I hope you and your family member, hope your family member is found. That YouTuber you insulted has helped to locate 2 missing people in the last year and a half. I'll wait. Who are those 2 missing people? Let me pull Laura. I'll wait. Please name those 2 missing people, because that's definitely a lie. JLR has never found 1 missing person, let alone 2. This whole entire little post that you made, this comment that you made was ridiculous and uncalled for. Absolutely ridiculous and uncalled for. Yeah, so okay, I was looking for a different screenshot on here. But anyhow, they so WFLA had put a post out as well. So anyhow, the people that were actually out there searching and not messing around like JLR and harassing the neighbors and creating issues and causing problems. Let's see. We Are Essentials is actually who found I believe that's who found Sarah Dreyer when they let me see here. I can play it for you real fast. So they are the actual ones who found Sarah, and they are. Let me see here. I believe they are a search team, and it's like No One Left Behind. They do a very good job. So they had some search crews out there. They went out there to help. These are actual like search teams. Despite what Betty says, they did pass out flyers. Here's a flyer right here as well. Now, Betty claims that she made horrible claims that this woman was a drug addict and alcoholic and that she ran off to Illinois, leaving her husband and her kids. She said some really nasty things that were not true. Here's a picture of JLR right here with the neighbors, the 3 guys out here that live in this area. And he was actually telling them to sue him, pretty much to sue him. So while he was out there, he was out there walking around. And I'm not sure if this is legal or not, but check this out.
I'm doing. How are you? What'd they do? They find a body?
Yes, sir.
They did? Whereabouts?
Yeah.
I'm not roughly sure. The people back there, they said about 2 miles.
About 2 miles.
2 miles.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I didn't know it was I didn't even know it was legal for an officer to you know, confirm that there was a person that was deceased. Thank you, ANP, for becoming a member to the Hive. Yeah, I didn't know that that was legal to do that. I mean, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I've been wrong before, and I'm sure I'll be wrong again, but I'm just asking, does anybody know? So anyhow, basically they you know, they go out here, and I thought this was actually a pretty interesting clip.
Where we go to crime scenes all across the country to cover cases and to get answers, particularly missing people and tragedies when it comes to bad actors out there.
The only bad actors are you guys. You little tragedy pimps, you. So I thought that was a pretty interesting clip. So anyhow, now, so after this, after JLR goes to the neighborhood and pretty much, you know, does what he can to harass the neighbors and everybody around, you know what I mean? People that are around there. And here, we'll watch a little bit of what he did last night. So last night, check this out.
Look, you're causing problems
Causing
with
problems.
neighbors and everybody else.
Who am I?
So stop pulling bullshit comments on your feed.
Okay.
All
Who
right?
are you?
I'm Nick.
Nick. So Nick's one of the neighbors. He pops over there and tells them to stop with the bullshit. Please leave you know what I mean? Like, leave them alone. He knows what they're doing. He's already seen their Twitter. So they've been paying attention, which Jonathan doxed the neighbor and his wife because there was a court case of some kind of altercation between the neighbors that was dropped. Had absolutely nothing to do with Sarah. Had absolutely nothing to do with her missing. There was absolutely no fucking reason for them to bring that up or for him to even put that out. Had nothing to do with nothing. So here they go. Now he is going to start harassing the neighbors because they asked him to leave and they wanted their privacy. You see, they asked for their privacy in the Facebook group and they got attacked, right? They got jumped on immediately. Told they weren't going to get help. They weren't going to have the media. The media wasn't going to help them. Nobody was going to help them. Because they asked for their fucking privacy at their home while their children are there, who they have a missing mother. They're trying to figure out what's going on. They're trying to figure out where she's at. There's mental health issues going on. And you won't give this family no damn room to breathe, nothing. And here you go fucking with the neighbors. Matter of fact, they asked you nicely to leave. And here you go.
How are you?
I'm not really good right now.
Why?
Because you're threatening people. People are threatening my neighbor because of your stupid shit on the phone.
Who's your neighbor?
So just even.
So y'all heard him. People are threatening me. People are threatening me because of your stupid shit on Twitter and on YouTube. So you would think he would say, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was what was going on. What can I do to fix that? You know, what could you want me to delete the post? You know, whatever. But no, he just keeps on going.
Well, don't make accusations. Stop making statements that aren't true. Okay?
Did you hear me say that?
Yeah, they said they heard you said that.
I'm asking, did you hear me say it?
No, they're coming down here to talk to you right now
Okay.
because of the bullshit you're putting on.
Okay.
So he says, did you hear me say that? Well, he knows. He knows he didn't say it out of his mouth. He put it on his Twitter. and Jonathan had his Twitter account taken away from him because he lost those privileges. When Elon Musk took over Twitter, he got it back. So there's a whole lot of bullshit on his Twitter anyways, but he got his Twitter back. So yes, Montana Jade, as y'all are coming in, make sure you like the stream. And yes, I did contact YouTube about the likes going up and going all crazy. I know the Glaire's having an issue with his, and there's a couple other people that emailed me. They're having trouble with theirs. So I think it's a glitch, but I could be wrong. I just want to double check. So I emailed them to make sure. But anyhow, we'll keep going.
Okay. On Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube.
About what?
About who's responsible for this murder.
I never said anyone.
Now, see, he says about who's responsible for this murder, right? So now everybody's freaking the fuck out because they don't know if it's a murder or a suicide. They have no idea. All they know is that this lady was passed away, that she's gone. You know, she went missing and now she's gone. They really don't know. So because he said the word murder, now Jonathan's subs are freaking out and his groups are freaking out. And they're like, oh my God, I heard him say it. I know I heard him say it.
What's your spot?
It's not what I'm hearing.
Well, I asked you. That's why I asked you.
I'm here right now.
Okay.
Because her husband's coming down, who just heard you put it on Twitter.
Okay.
That you accused the neighbor of murder.
I never.
So the neighbors are upset because you know how Jonathan and them do. They do it. Betty blatantly accused me of selling dope to children, which was a fucking blatant lie. Bold-faced fucking lie. She could be sued for that. And this is the kind of shit they do and they say. And he said YouTube, Twitter, they know what he's doing. They've been watching him. So of course they're going to confront him. Why wouldn't they?
Accused anyone of murder. So if he wants to show me and say something, but
Right,
remember,
that's good.
Remember,
Because
I'm not looking for provocation. I'm not looking for any.
I don't care what you're doing. If you're saying things like that,
but you're coming on
problems with my
saying things like that would cause problems with anybody's neighbor.
Neighbors.
Listen,
and me as well. I kind of think it's kind of bullshit.
Listen, Nick. I'm out here reporting. I'm out here covering a case.
No, you're out there being nosy as hell and causing issues and problems.
I'm not here causing you or anyone problems. You're coming to me.
You're making the accusations.
Well, you're hearing it from someone. You're hearing it from
visiting my house.
Who
People
is?
are stopping in front
I don't know. I don't know this guy. I'm minding my business. He just comes up to me. So.
Yeah.
Minding your business and they just come up to you, huh? I don't believe that.
I just found out.
All right, guys, I'm going to go get my car. I'll be right back.
So anyhow, he pulls his car around. Let's go. Let's get past this. Comes back up, grabs his phone. Let's see here. Okay, here he is grabbing his phone.
Kick rocks, dude.
So then he says, as he's grabbing his phone, I told him to kick rocks, dude. Told him to kick rocks, dude. Mind you, these guys are probably watching him on their phones as they walk down. You know what I mean? The neighbors have all came out. Now by this time, all the neighbors are out. Shit. They all want to know.
Kick rocks, dude.
You did not tell him to kick rocks.
Right,
Cut it out. You did not tell him to kick rocks. He said, I don't want no provocations. I don't want no problems. You did not tell him to kick rocks. Stop that.
Put this.
Hey, you need to watch.
And look, you know he was walking away with that can. He knew they was coming up there. He knew. He knew they was coming up there.
Excuse me?
There's real people's lives at stake here.
I haven't worked for 3 days because people post.
All right, what am I
ignorant
posting?
Stuff.
What am I posting?
Post a picture of my wife and it had your name on it.
Okay.
And there it is. What happened to missing 38-year-old Sarah Dreyer in Riverview, Florida, vanished on the afternoon of 4/10. Earlier that same morning, judge denied her petition against her neighbor. Domestic issue, ? Hillsborough County, watch. Now, he just put all that out, talking about a whole domestic issue, ? No. Nobody said nothing about a domestic issue. Nobody said nothing about nothing. Of course he's going to be getting harassed. Look at you. You're making it like he did something wrong. What's up, B Tim?
What's up? How you doing?
Trying to go through this stuff before I start going off on him.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
I'm trying to go through it. You know what I'm saying? Like in order. So.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But I'll let you continue. I'll keep quiet. I'm in the
Well,
channel.
Fern, the cops were already out there. I don't think anybody called them because the police were already out there. They had like the tape up and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. I mean, like, I kind of find it interesting. Like, you know, like the cops are more interested in protecting fucking JLR's rights than the whole neighborhood's rights. And
yes, I think that's crazy as hell. I know I can't wait to get to that part. Thank you, Zen. I can't wait to get to that part. I'm just trying to stay in order so that
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when we watch it back or if somebody watches it back, they have the
yeah, and you can continue. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep quiet. I'll just make comments as we go along. You know.
That's fine. That's fine, baby. All right. Yeah, so they put it up. So thank you. Menace let me use this in uni, so I appreciate that, y'all. But they, covered her face and this information here because it should have never been put out anyways.
So I posted a picture.
So, okay, so yes, but you posted a picture.
You understand I'd missed 3 days of work because of ignorant people like you?
So this guy's missed 3 days of work because he's probably getting harassed on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, any social media platform he uses.
Post stuff that isn't even true.
What is your point, dude? I don't want a provocation.
It's defamation, buddy.
Okay, then civilly do something.
You probably have nothing is the issue.
Okay.
And his answer is to civilly do something.
Sounds like Ryan Upchurch a little bit. Assuming.
Yeah. What the hell? What? Yeah, and he's out there starting. Why? I don't even understand why. Why is it an issue? These people aren't even related. They have nothing to do with this. What's going on? Why not just say, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know you missed work. I didn't know it was causing issues. I'll go ahead and take care of it because they're fucking tragedy pimps and he likes this shit. He's got 17,000 views on it so far. Of course he likes it. He knows damn well what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he's trying to embarrass this guy at that. Check this out. He's done put up another post accusing him. Yeah. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, really?
Okay, have a great day. I'm not concerned. I'm not here for you.
Dude.
Okay, thank you.
Because what you're doing, I have a 19.
I don't want provocation. I don't want provocation.
I don't know if he said 19-year-old or 19-month-old, but either way, he's got kids in the house and stuff.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I love how he doesn't want provocation, but he's more than welcome to provocate others and basically go after others. You know, he's more like he just.
Well, if he didn't want provocation, he wouldn't be posting the kind of stuff he's posting and saying the kind of stuff he's saying with it.
Yeah.
When there's no reason for it. And now there's a whole ass Facebook group, of course, like discussion and theories and you know what I mean? All the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they probably are. They're like, now they're all going through all of his stuff. And you know what I'm saying?
On the internet. Listen, if you don't like it,
I don't like it.
Then contact Twitter.
Like, why are you being a jackass?
What do you
You're
mean?
not doing anything.
This is what I said on Twitter. This is exactly what I said on Twitter. I said on
He knows exactly what he said on Twitter. We just seen it.
Yeah, and also I don't want to hear anyone else complain ever again that like when we report like one of these assholes on Twitter and all this stuff and like and YouTube, I don't want to hear anyone say that's wrong because you just heard it from one of them. Report them if you see something. If you see something wrong going on with them, because he just said it. So just saying, the guy just said it and told everyone to do it.
He said, report me to Twitter, knowing damn well it's going to take a while for Twitter to do anything about it. By then, he's already going to be dealing with more harassment and more bullshit. You know what I mean? He knows Twitter's not going to take that down, or it's going to take a while before they do, you know?
Yep, absolutely.
Ridiculous, man.
April 10th, in the morning of April 10th, Sarah Dreyer, who went missing, filed some sort of injunction in the court against an individual.
While you're on there with the cops. Sir, when you file an injunction, how through the courts, when do you notify the person that they're filing?
Right. So, okay, when you file an injunction, just because you file one does not mean the other party is told about it right away.
Well, I mean, you would think the great investigator, the great news reporter, Jonathan Lee Richard would know this fucking shit, but apparently not. Apparently not.
Well, yeah, and I mean, supposedly she filed for it and it was denied, right? Didn't she file for the injunction and it was denied anyways? So why would they get notified about an injunction that was denied from the damn get-go?
Yeah.
They're not going to be notified of that. So why would he know? How would he know? They could, I mean, it don't make no sense. And JLR knows that.
And the injunction against you don't.
They don't need to be notified.
We wouldn't be notified, right? So how the fuck would we even know that she?
So was there an injunction filed against?
There was an injunction
No.
filed,
No.
then they would
Judge
come
threw it
serve
out.
you.
Right, but we
Judge threw it out, but there was one.
Okay, so JLR just said himself, the judge threw it out, but there was one. Okay, there might have been one, but the fucking judge threw it out because there was no merit behind it. So why are you even posting about it? Has nothing to do with nothing. Out here harassing a family once again. I can't stand him.
What?
No, we don't know that.
You don't know that.
Right.
We heard that the judge
Okay.
threw it out and there was nothing ever done.
So
The judge threw it out, but there was something filed with the courts,
we
correct?
don't know that.
I'll be honest,
Okay, but
I'm
there
just
is.
giving them ammo at this point,
Yeah.
so I'll just leave it.
I mean, I
he's
would.
a douchebag that's causing problems.
Okay, have a great day.
And I'm not saying-
Have a great day. Have a great.
He knows damn well. That's why I keep saying, have a great day. Have a great day. Beats him. Your friend is on my nerves.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like this guy just goes out there, harasses these people, and then like he acts like these people are doing something wrong. And it's like, no, you're defaming these people, you're harassing the entire neighborhood, you're spreading like fucking weird conspiracy theories with no basis of proof, all because you just looked up the guy's name. You literally walked around this entire neighborhood, did more time searching the backgrounds of everyone than actually looking for this woman, you know? And I don't want to hear people say, well, I give him credit because he actually went there and searched. No, I give him zero credit. He did it.
Yeah, he didn't search in the right spots either. He didn't even search where the search team was searching at. He went on his own little stroll so that, you know what I'm saying, he could go on his own little tour, his own little stroll.
Yeah, he
do a little video for his viewers. That's what he did. And he, you know what I mean, got his little super chats and come on now.
He did it for views and super chats. And then he fucking, while he was doing that, he was looking up the backgrounds of the neighbors. How the fuck does that help? How is that admissible in fucking court? Like, explain to me how that's gonna work. You're not a cop. You can't do
Right.
anything with the fucking
You're a nobody. You're actually a criminal who was just fresh out of prison on probation, fresh out of prison.
You know, it's just ridiculous. And it's like people give this guy like a fucking pass, and it's like, no, he deserves 0 pass.
Oh, he's doing something good because he's out here stalking the neighborhood.
You know?
One of these days, he's going to walk up on a neighbor that ain't so nice, that ain't so friendly, that ain't going to give 2 shits. And I hope he ain't on live streamed when it happens. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, it's happened a lot. There's been things like that happen. They really do. I swear to God, they really do. Not just sitting here saying it. Like that YouTuber that walked up on that guy and got shot in the belly.
Well, you know,
you just don't know who you. Well, yeah, you don't know who you're dealing with or what you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like some people could have mental health issues that you don't know nothing about.
Well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You know,
you're absolutely right. I mean, what if one of these guys just snapped and just boom? You know what I mean? Like. Wouldn't be good. Would not be good. And did you hear the little clip I got of him?
Which one?
The one where he says that they cover tragedies and bad actors. So I'm like, he's been listening to us. Listen.
Where we go to crime scenes all across the country to cover cases and to get answers, particularly missing people and tragedies when it comes to bad actors out there.
Oh my God, Skeptic's gonna love that.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, he's been listening to us. JLR's been listening to us.
Well, of course he's listening. He's probably listening right now. He's probably on an alt account listening right now. You know, that's how he is. He likes hearing about himself. You know, simple as that. Simple as that.
Well, crazier than a pet coon there, babe.
I'm sitting here minding my business. You're causing a problem with me. You're coming to me.
You're
coming to me. Okay, you're coming to me.
You're actually causing problems with the neighborhood.
Okay,
so please,
wait,
just
in your
leave
mind,
the neighborhood.
Have a good. I'm here documenting what's going on.
Keep saying I'm.
Okay, but I'm not going anywhere. I have the right to be here.
We don't want you in our neighborhood.
But I have the right to be here.
We understand that. But
Okay, have a great day. Thank you.
Making money off somebody's sport.
Have a great day, guy. See you later.
Say it again, baby.
See you guys. I have a right to be here. I'm going to be here covering this case. I'm not bothering anybody. These guys. Have a great day, guy.
He said you're only over here covering tragedies and other people's tragedies and other people's downfalls or something like that. I don't know what he said, but he said it. I said, preach it, say it again.
Yep.
Because he tells them.
But I have the right to be here.
So we don't want you in our neighborhood. Well, I mean, no. Nobody wants you in their neighborhood, JLR, and that's why. Because you do stupid shit like that.
Yeah, if you would have just simply did a fucking search and just fucking, even if you recorded it and you just focused on just researching, you wouldn't get half the shit you would get. People probably in the neighborhood wouldn't be bothering you.
Well, you know what? I don't think, listen, had he not posted that post on Twitter, they wouldn't have said a word to him. He would have been out there searching, looking, filming, and these guys would have never walked up to him. You know, the only reason why they did was because he posted that post about that guy's wife. Otherwise, these guys would have never even walked up to him. They would have never said a word to him, I bet. But they knew he was there. They already knew he was on bullshit because they already seen the post.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's just ridiculous. And this guy doubles down, triples down constantly.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
We understand that.
Okay, have a great day. Thank you.
Making money off somebody's sport.
Have a great day, guy. See you later. See you guys.
Making money off
See you guys. I have a right to be here. I'm going to be here covering this case. I'm not bothering anybody. These guys come to me.
You're causing problems with this neighborhood.
Listen.
And he is causing issues with the damn neighborhood. Because all of them are out there. You know what I mean? And then there's another lady, too, that's in that group that she said she's a neighbor and she doesn't want him around either. She said he creeped me out. I bet he did. Look at the chat. Look at the chat, V-Tim.
Cooter Brown? Yeah. He tickled his little cronies when they came up. Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I never heard the saying Cooter Brown. I never
Before yesterday.
Yeah. All right.
With the people who
Have
live
a great
in the
day,
neighborhood.
guys. Take care.
Have a
Have a
great
great
day,
day.
guys.
God bless you. Take a great.
If you weren't on camera, you would probably be calling me all kinds of names. And stupid
Why would I do that? I'm not into that. You're making assumptions, dude. I don't want no problems. See you later.
Your concerns to him. We're not going to have a disturbance here.
Yeah, see you later.
And here comes the officer. And this just irritates me even more because he has to follow the law. You know what I mean? Like he has to.
Oh, it's a flawed law. It's a really flawed law. I mean, I was reading the comments the last video, and they said in Britain they would actually have this guy like leave the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of people. And another thing too is if it's a crime scene, why is he even able to be lurking around there?
Is something wrong with your super chat? Because it keeps on like duplicating the same freaking thing over and over again.
I only see one. It says he posted this guy's criminal record on his community post.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like for me, I don't know if I'm malfunctioning, but it keeps on like duplicating like continuously the $5 super chat, and it did the same thing for the memberships. I was like, what the hell is going on? Is YouTube fucking exploding or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know it's glitching really bad. I know they were going through like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was just glitching on my end, but I was like seeing that. It was so weird.
Yeah, shout out to Menace for getting this. I was gonna use JLRs, but you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you getting this. I mean, who knows if he would have took it down in the middle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But right, he just keeps getting worse. Oh, just wait. He tells them, go ahead and just sue me. Just sue me. I'm like, are you really? Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that, love. I'll make Justin dance here in just a minute. Look, Tragic T, keep looking in those swamps, JLR. Eventually you'll run into the right one. I know, right?
Oh my God. And then Bullhorn Betty's going to cover your fucking case.
Look, Heels in the Air said posting that guy's criminal record was pure vindictive.
Yeah. And anyone that says otherwise, you're full of shit. You're absolutely full of shit. You think
yeah, because you know what? And anybody that says he's good after doing that, no, there's no reason for that.
Yeah, he could have had a chance of becoming the better person.
I mean, how would JLR like it if his shit was posted like that up in every single neighborhood, every single time? You know what I mean? Like,
well, maybe we should. Maybe someone should. Maybe one of these guys should just go online and print it out and be like, this guy, the 2,600 fucking lawsuits and the identity theft and all the other fucking shit this guy has been doing. Like,
we're gonna have to get voices and have her get us a binder for him. Just
by the way, that was a joke. By the way, for EKC or whatever the fuck, that's a joke. Don't think we're sending voices the binder to send to this neighborhood or something. At least I'm not. I was joking.
No, it was a joke.
But you gotta explain to people like it's a joke.
Yeah, because then they take it real and start. Yeah.
By the looks of it, the guys gave JLR's mom $20 12 years ago, and JLR's maid are mad. Interesting. JLR's accomplice in his identity theft was a prostitute. I have the FBI file coming, JLR. Yeah, that's amazing. I found that funny, and I know Queen's going to get to it. I'll make a comment when she does, but I'm ready if you want to play.
Later.
Freedom of speech. If he wants to stay in and record and do what he wants to do, he can. Okay.
Have a great day, guys.
Please refrain from just putting anybody in the neighborhood into jeopardy because you're doing it right now with the stupid things that you said.
Okay, like I said, you voice your concern to him.
I can't stand that police officer saying it. Just.
Because it's like in the United States, for some fucking reason, they don't want to actually protect and serve. Like, there's no laws that protect and serve the neighborhood. When you have some guy literally running around the neighborhood, recording everyone's information, and then proceeds to spread misinformation and cause fucking like fucking shit in the neighborhood, like bullshit in the neighborhood.
When somebody, but listen, do you guys remember how crazy Betty acted when she thought somebody was coming to her house? She was like, "Oh my God, I got a gun. I'm gonna use it. I can't even." She was tripping. But it's okay for them to go stand outside somebody else's house. That kind of stuff's okay.
Yeah.
No.
And it's just ridiculous. Like, these cops really, like, I just wonder, like, if like Britain has certain aspects better than the United States. Like, they would, I mean, like, they would probably deal with this guy. I mean, they arrested that TikToker that filmed that woman's body being removed. They actually arrested him for that shit. So,
good.
Just saying. I wish we had some laws from Britain here. That would be nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be nice if they, you know what I mean? They did the same here.
He's going to be staying here. We're not going to make him leave. Okay? So we're not going to have a complaint. We don't want you guys down here rolling in the dirt over this. All right? I understand your frustration. I'm not trying to invalidate that. But at the same time, I'm not going to tread on his rights as freedom of speech.
He said we're not going to make him leave. That's bullshit to me.
We're about to have all kinds of media and everybody else coming up here too. Okay? The family's ready here. I'm talking about the media. There's going to be all kinds of media and everything else coming. That's why we pushed the line back to give them room to set up. Okay?
Then push this motherfucker over there. If he considers himself media, have his ass over there. Okay? If he's going to sit here and proclaim I'm media, then he should be held to the same fucking accountability as media. Why the fuck does this guy get special treatment and gets to run around the neighborhood filming everyone and lying about them? And why is it that 3 guys have to be told, hey, you gotta back away, you gotta move? Why don't you tell the fucking crazy person who doesn't even live in the neighborhood fucking to back up and move? So ridiculous. It's just fucking ridiculous. Goddamn, do your job. Just get this fucking piece of shit out of here.
Yeah, and they just let him wander around and let him keep wandering. Oh yeah, I was saying, hold on, the best part has yet to come.
I understand you guys are frustrated. I do get that. I really do. I can't impede on his rights. I'm just telling you.
He's walking all.
We can't impede on his right.
Listen.
Are live right now.
I understand that, but I'm just telling you legally.
Andy's live right now with like 1,600 people in the chat watching this.
Actually, put people under the bus.
But what he's doing is jeopardizing my family.
Instead of a dime.
So it's okay. He jeopardizes my family.
He's dropping manhood.
Well, and they're asking him, is it okay that he jeopardizes my family? Which, I mean, I don't think this cop even understands, because these cops don't really get internet issues like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he realizes how much bullshit he's going to have to deal with because of JLR and because of him posting that and the videos, and you know what I mean?
Well, they don't really care. I mean, like, unfortunately, they just like thinking about like, okay, well, they're just thinking this in terms of this guy's just recording with their phone. They don't really give a fuck about anything else. And it's like they don't look into this guy and realize this guy's causing massive problems in this neighborhood. Massive problems in this neighborhood, massive problems for a lot of people here. And, you know what I mean? Like, that's got to change. Something's got to change with these laws where they just allow people to just, you know, kind of skate in like in the middle to avoid, like, you know, being held accountable. You know, it's just ridiculous. But anyway, Rizak, I work in broadcast communications, and if any of the journalists at the company I work for pulled this, what these people do, they would certainly be penalized for their actions. Yeah. But JLR is allowed to do it, and then claims that he's media. Okay.
All right. That's the thing. He claims he's media and he's not. He shows that fake little press pass. So does Betty. Like, he was in the police station this morning, I think, trying to show his little fake press pass to get documents.
I mean, like, why isn't the cop asking, well, sir, what are you doing here? Why are you recording everyone here? What are you doing in this neighborhood, sir? And then he says, I'm press. I'm press. Then he says, okay, sir, if you're press, and you can go all the way down there by the other press, and you can just do that. Right now, you're disturbing the peace, Get the fuck out of this neighborhood. All right, now. I mean, of course, he's not going to say curse at him, but he would say politely, go where the other media people are. You know, maybe it would stroke his ego, maybe, JLR, and he would say, oh, look, I'm part of the media. I'll go over there. Like, fuck off, man. I swear. That's what he should have done. That's what I feel like should have been done. Maybe the laws don't support it. Maybe he can't do it. But I feel like that would be like the right and just thing to do in society. You know, I just think, you know, maybe I'm just projecting. I don't know.
Well, I mean, what they're doing is ridiculous. That's, you know what I'm saying? What he's doing is ridiculous. It should not be, I mean, it's not okay, but it should not be legal to be doing this either, to, you know what I mean, film somebody against their will and say, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. It's not even.
Yeah, I mean, don't you see, like, I've seen a lot of police interactions, and they do sometimes come up to you. In certain states, they can ask for your ID, and you have to show it to them. And they could come up to you and say, okay, what are you doing here? What is your purpose in this neighborhood? A lot of people feel like you're doing something suspicious. You're filming them. Why are you filming people? Oh, I'm a member of the press. Well, get the fuck out of here. You're supposed to be down the line with the other members of press. What are you doing? I mean, that's probably would be a proper, I would think that would be proper. But that's just my opinion. Independent Thinker says, you sound like a communist. No, that doesn't sound like a communist. That doesn't. That sounds like you want to be a member of the press, you get the same, you have to do exactly what the other members of the press. Go down the fucking hall. Go down not the hall, the block. You know? That's
Well, yeah. That's, you know. That's what he, you know, he wants so desperately to be considered media. He's claims he's this gonzo journalist.
I'm dropping dimes on people. He's dropping a manhole cover on this place.
I understand. I don't know the backstory of that. Okay.
It's hard to hear him here, but
now scene safety. So
I don't care about his safety. I've heard about her and her
scene safety for everyone who's behind me. Okay, that's what I'm here for. So you understand why.
Safety for everybody.
And that's why we actually didn't leave when I wanted to address him, saying, "Look, please stop posting stupid stuff on the internet. That's not true."
And I get it.
Right, and all they said was, "Please stop posting stuff on the internet that's not true." Simple.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay. Gonna do.
That's simple. That's a simple request. Please stop posting stuff on the internet that's not true.
Thank
you. These are the assholes on YouTube that need to be deleted.
Right. Okay, I get that. Anybody can film in public. I understand that. And yeah, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. But you don't have the right to be doxing people and putting out their criminal record when they have absolutely nothing to do with nothing. So because this woman at this point chose to take her life, the neighbors have to be punished for that. That's not okay. No one should have to be dealing with this.
It's just, I get freedom of speech, and I'm his neighbor. I fought for it. It's just stupidity. That's the funny part.
I think these guys attempted to come down to try to intimidate me or try to, because they're mad that I posted something on Twitter saying, well, on the morning of April 10th,
we know exactly what you said. And I think they said they just want to be left alone. I mean, like I said, this woman filed an injunction against them. They didn't even know about it. They didn't know it was there. They didn't know it was filed. They didn't know anything about it.
2023, before Sarah Dreyer went missing, there was a court injunction filed with the courts between Sarah Dreyer and
Why do I feel like he's whispering?
Yeah, he is whispering because he doesn't want the neighbors to hear him.
Guess what? It's true. It's true. when I never said anything about, oh, she was involved with a murder or anything like that. I stated that. That's it. So if they don't like it, then do something about it. Sue me. But they're behind me like consulting, like, what, we're gonna dope up this guy. We're gonna dope up this guy, and we don't want him in the neighborhood, whatever, like that. Well, tough. Public records, court records. It's court records.
Right, and that's all fine and well, but why would you even, I mean, why would you post it? Why? Makes no damn sense. I sent you a message on Discord, B Tim.
Okay, I see it. But yeah, I mean, I think like the whole thing is like this guy is basically saying that he did not mean to imply that, but he basically dog whistled it. So that's probably what happened.
Yeah, it's like,
And I'm not even there. These people, who cares about them? I'm not even here for them. I'm here for this.
but if that were true and he was just there for that, he would not be, still posting their criminal record today. He posted his criminal record today.
So he was being vindictive.
Hell yeah, he was. Hell yeah, that's the whole reason he did it. That's the whole reason he even did that. And yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say it. If you've been blocked in here and you come back in under a second account without saying a word to me, emailing me, talking to me, you're going to get blocked again. All right. The whole reason you got blocked in the first place was for a reason. More than likely, it's for a reason. And if you feel like it was an injustice or it shouldn't have been done or was an accident or whatever, email me. That's fine. But when you're not saying a word to me and I know you're on some bullshit and you come back in here under a second account, I'm not going to play with you. You're going to get blocked again too. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Look at this.
Oh, shit. Look at him. They're recording them.
Look at this. He's taking my license plate.
Yeah, because I want to post you on the internet.
Okay, have a great day, guys. See you later. Have a great day, guys.
Because I'm going to be posting you.
Take care. God bless you.
Has anybody seen any posts? Has anybody seen any posts that they made of him? Did they make any? Or?
That was just the weirdest thing I've ever encountered. Literally. Guys come around and start taking pictures of my car.
Oh, really? But it's okay for you to do it to everybody else, though, huh? So, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, when the shit's done back to them, it's the weirdest thing they've ever seen. It's the weirdest thing they've ever encountered in their life. Yeah. Crazy.
He was looking at me super weird. It was strange. It was like a bizarre encounter.
Same way you look at everybody else, huh? It's fucking weird.
For sure. Well, what was the injunction about? What was that?
It's not your business. It's not your business, and it got thrown out. So obviously, it wasn't nothing that was. Wasn't nothing to be worried about, right? Let me drop this link here.
Johnson has a new video apparently.
Oh, did she put a new one out?
Yeah, it's an interesting thumbnail. Very interesting.
ALR calling someone else weird.
Oh, I thought the video was still playing. It was like background. I didn't see the background. But
Hey, Spudler. Let me go grab this. I just dropped the link. I don't think I dropped it this entire time. I think I sent it to you.
You didn't.
I dropped it.
No, you didn't drop.
But I just did now. So there we go. So anyhow, let me get that pinned. So anyhow, after all this happens, right? So after they get into it or whatever, JLR, they leave, you know, they go their own separate ways. And next thing you know, this starts showing up on JLR's Facebook or his Twitter. He starts doxing this guy in his criminal record. Name, criminal record, everything. Yeah, put it all. Yeah, it's all over Twitter, his YouTube. It's everywhere.
Fuck.
He's got it all over the place. Yeah, he's just like steadily posting it all over, just spreading it all over, because he's such a horrible person. He said on his record that supposedly he was arrested years ago with a, you know, SA worker. You know what I mean, like a street worker.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
What up, Boston? What's happening, man?
Happy 420 Queen.
Happy 420, man.
I would say it to you too, Tim, but you are a hater.
I am a hater. I am a hater.
Yeah, so to do that, that's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. I don't think he has anything to do with it. His record has nothing to do with it, especially, you know what I'm saying, from before. I don't think he has any right to be posting that.
It's irrelevant.
I
didn't know he did that.
He's like, let's talk about the husband of Stephanie, who confronted me last night while I was searching for missing 38-year-old Sarah Dreyer. He wasn't searching for her. She was already found. Everything was already done by then. He was not searching for her. He was out there starting shit, just standing there, you know what I mean, after he knew he posted about him. Then he's like, oh, he was arrested in blank blank in 2012. Are you kidding me? 2012?
Come on now. That's 11 years ago.
Oh.
We got a name in there called Cooter Brown now for Tim.
I know, I was cracking up laughing. I'm like, oh my God, I love it. You know, I like when they change the names and do all that.
Yeah.
I can't wait for our 420 stream later.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. But
It's
like,
gonna-
but like the person just like, I don't know. Like JLR just seems like the fucking type to just like go into a neighborhood, harass everyone, and then just act like, oh, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Just fucking stupid.
Well, then you have Betty. She's screaming that, you know, I wasn't going to cover this case, but now I am. And I'm not covering it the way the family wants me to, she said. Then she goes on to say, this woman's on drugs and alcohol. She's been on drugs and alcohol, and she's back in Illinois. Maybe she just took off and left, maybe. Maybe she just took off and left.
Yep. I mean, it's basically slander, but I don't know how they approach that.
Well, I mean, the problem is it's
Wait,
vague.
did Betty do her little morning stream this morning? What was she up to?
I don't know.
Checked, but I didn't. Let me just double check.
She
The
must
problem
be on
is it's
the road
very-
again, going to check some tragedy pimps again. She's gonna go, you know, chase some tragedies, be a little pimp again.
Oh, nothing today, I don't think.
Okay,
Yeah,
she went back.
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
No, it looks like she didn't. She just did something yesterday. She didn't do. Let me see a community post. She's selling shirts. Okay.
The strangler on him?
No, it doesn't say the strangler. Yeah, it just says a day ago. Just talks about Gannon and Kohlberger. Okay.
I watched a little bit of it. She kept cursing and then apologized for cursing and then cursing and apologized for cursing. It was ridiculous.
So basically, she's just doing that. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, she don't want any part of this right now because she knows, you know what I mean, what she said and what's evolved from what she said JR last night. So I would assume she would distance herself as far as possible, but even her I don't think is got the moral compass to do it, but we'll see.
We will see. Let me just see. Let me see. Skeptic says, as usual, these drags of life and true crime show their colors. It was pretty obvious, given the circumstances, that Sarah Dyer case was not going to turn out to be foul play, but that does not stop these horrific people from going in real life and terrorizing, interrogating innocent people and destruct people. The vast majority of reported missing people are found and are not a victim of criminal activity, but missing is their dinner bell.
Well, when they can't, in this instance, for instance, like they couldn't be a part of the case, yada yada yada. That's when they'll start going the other way, and pulling the whole bullshit that they pulled last night type thing. And Grandma said those shirts are the ones that she couldn't give away in her giveaway, so now she's selling them. Jesus.
What do you
mean? Grandma said the shirts she couldn't give away because she had a giveaway for shirts. It was like a $2. I think you had to pay actually $2 for the giveaway, which is illegal, by the way. The giveaway is free. You're not supposed to be able to pay for a giveaway. You can actually Google that. We did that on our channel once, and we almost got in trouble for it because we made it a members only giveaway. But that's still making people, you know what I mean, having them buy a membership to be in the giveaway type thing. My dog's so cute. He just literally went under my covers, came back, and he's laying like a human on the bed. Exactly, Twisted Sister. Their loyalty has a price tag. Perfectly put. $5, Jersey Tomato says, per shirt. Or for the giveaway, it was $5, not $2. Sheesh. It's not a giveaway. That's basically like a lotto.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I must find the definition because I had to do it for my channel a couple months ago. A thing that is given free, often for promotional purposes. Free. Free of charge. Not $5, Betty. Yeah, even a raffle basically is a giveaway lemon drop. It's the same thing. And also the definition of a raffle means raising money by selling a number of tickets, one or some of which are subsequently drawn at random, the holder or holders of such tickets winning prize.
What's with her raffle? Like, what is she raffling?
Those freaking shirts.
Oh.
I don't know what they look like. It's probably Betty on there with her coffee cup, smiling, hair falling out. Running business. It's a true wonder that BHB can actually count money. Yes, Remy, give equals free. Yes, truth hurts. It's not legal in Florida. It's not illegal. Is that not illegal in Florida? It actually is. That's one of the things I'll look up again. Sweepstakes and contest laws in Florida.
Says it's a travel fund ragged. What? It's a travel fund ragged beat him. What's a travel fund ragged?
I don't know.
Let me see. How are those?
I'm gonna put in the back, Tim.
Her little puffs. Total little. I don't know what you put in the back.
It's the YouTube laws for giveaways in Florida.
Well, yeah, we obviously know that's against the law to do that, but yeah.
It explains it exactly, yeah.
Let me see. She did a raffle, not giveaway. Raffles you pay in to get your name in the drawings. Giveaway is just giving something away. Raffles are against YouTube TOS. She should have done a giveaway. Yeah, well, that would require money.
Exactly. Raffles are against TOS. That's exactly what I just put in the back there. It's only like a 1 minute video. Actually, 37 seconds. Hey, Burden.
Somebody tried to send me a link. It's not going to work on here, so you'll have to email it to me. They sent it through PayPal.
What's the link? Well, what's
I don't know. It won't even show up. It won't even show up. So it just says www dot something. I don't know. It won't even. Oh, okay. Hold on. I see. There's a message under it. Will you email? I don't know what you're trying to send to me, baby. Can you email it to me? I don't want to say your name out loud because it's got your first and last. I don't want to say, you know what I mean? So if you're in here and you're still listening and you just sent that PayPal for $5.95, would you please email me the link that you're trying to send me, please? Oh, follow the grain. Hey, baby, what you up to?
Hey.
How are you,
Being
love?
mad. I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Kind of irritated with jail.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
He just
Hey, guys.
works my damn nerve, right?
You know what's funny? Is Betty acts like YouTube is her platform, right? Like her sole platform. She's this world famous YouTuber, and she'll make sure that nobody is looking for this woman. Yet her bestie is in a field looking. Explain that to me, Miss Influencer.
I don't think she's going to explain that to you. I think she basically only covered that case out of spite because she was fucking angry about that person.
Well, we know this, and the reason she did what she did was because nobody was listening to her when she said nobody will cover. Nobody gave a damn what she had to say. So instead, she decided to pull up this lady's history and pretend like she was alive and well somewhere, just taking alone time so that no one would look for her. She's that vindictive of a bitch. That's why she did that, to get people to not look for her. Whoever she could reach with that is what she did.
Yeah, she's just very, very vindictive person. Let me see.
This is even low for Bullhorn Betty, I think. This is like the lowest of the low I've seen her go. When you think about the huge picture of it, it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. But on another note, B Tim, look at my avatar because I think maybe that's you with your pet.
That's a capybara.
Uh-huh.
That's no, I don't have a capybara, and that's a baby capybara.
But you love them.
I like animals. I just don't. You know, I like a capybara. Let me see. Well, her buddy JLR didn't even believe. Let me see.
Laura Lee, baby, you're in here. I can see you okay in the chat. Can you see her, B Tim?
Laura Lee in the chat. Laura Lee.
I seen her before, or like a little bit ago when she was in here, but I didn't know if it.
Laura B. I see.
Laura Lee.
No, I don't see Laura Lee.
Okay.
I see Laura B.
Okay, yeah.
She.
Yeah, you can't see her. She's just on the StreamYard side.
What do you mean on the StreamYard side? I see her fine. She's right here.
Oh, Laura Lee. Okay.
Oh, Laura. Okay, I thought you were someone else. Sorry, apologize.
No, that's okay.
Shouldn't smoke so early.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, but you be looking at both. All that you go back, you bounce back and forth. I don't. So.
You can't. Yeah, YouTube's acting weird. I saw at one moment like a literal glitch of YouTube sending like 5 to 6 messages for one. Like someone would send you one $5 super chat, and you were getting like that person was duplicated 10 times or something like that.
Really?
And then it was doing the same thing for membership. One person joined, and I saw in this thing it was like 6 or 7 times it showed the same person joining. And I was like, is this a glitch or is someone like purposely buying a bunch of them? And it was weird. Just like happening like a half hour ago on the stream.
That is weird.
Yeah, and there was other people seeing it too.
And Queen, did I hear you right that JLR has now doxed the gentleman who respectfully approached him and asked him to stop?
Yes. Yeah, he doxed him, put his criminal record out, and yeah, sure did.
Vindictive. It's a fucking baby.
And then told him to take it up with Twitter.
Yeah, I told him to report it to Twitter. That's what he said. That's.
Well, like you said, that's what he said.
He said it, right?
Maybe we should listen to JLR for a change.
Wait a minute now.
Oh, well, it's glitching bad. The chat is sitting and then moves real fast and stops. Whoa. Maybe YouTube's having a problem today.
Drop out and pop back in.
Oh, that was someone in the chat saying that.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I can see you. I don't know. I see you on both sides. So.
It was independent thinkers saying it.
And it's totally irrelevant about this injunction. You're right. It makes no bit of difference at all whatsoever. But word is, which is just
not over that. Supposedly it's over a dog. So supposedly it's over a freaking dog. Yeah.
I heard it was over tree trimming, which is over the property line.
It said it on the screenshot over a dog, but I could be wrong. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so JLR added to his tweet. That's where it came from. JLR added to his tweet and says, on the rest of it, sick dude. He also has disorderly conduct and breach of peace charges too. Really? Wow. Big deal. Big deal. Your charges are way worse than that, JLR. So are Betty's.
Breach of peace. That's what JLR does nonstop. Unbelievable.
So is that cop the same cop who told him that they found a body? Is it the same guy?
No. But then it says on here, he also has disorderly conduct and breach of peace charges. Morning of 410, Sarah went to the judge, or Sarah went missing. The judge denied a petition she filed against Stephanie regarding a dog issue.
So didn't he write in his comment that basically he still thought it was like sick? Like basically, oh, this person's sick for soliciting a prostitute? That's what JLR said?
Yeah, that's on his tweet. He added to his tweet. So that's what he put on his tweet.
Oh my god. And did you see it right that he got his Twitter back because Elon Musk bought it?
Yeah, he got his Twitter back when Elon Musk got it. Yeah. Yep.
Oh fuck.
He even made a post like, thanks, Elon.
Oh god. You're gonna get Tim fired up. Oh Lord.
Gross. World famous YouTuber got his Twitter back.
Worldwide.
Thanks, Elon.
Okay. And I know these channels because YouTube, goes everywhere. We have people from different countries and different whatnot in chat, right? Our subs or your subs. I don't have a channel, but just because you have 5 people from various places in the world does not mean you're world famous, dumbass. Oh my god.
He's a world famous dumbass, maybe, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't believe and the guy looks really young in the picture. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I don't know why you would do that. It just makes no sense.
But if you posted JLO's old record, he'd probably go nuts.
Yeah, it's another reason I hate Elon Musk. Yeah.
When Elon Musk came aboard, didn't he basically it's more freedom of speech on Twitter type thing?
No, originally I think he didn't even want to buy the company. Because he was like, he over leveraged himself significantly because he actually uses his actual Tesla stocks as collateral.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, for the loan. And that means if it drops the price, they could just call in the loan, call in him to sell off the stocks. So that's a big problem. Also, it's just the price he was offering was way too high based on the evaluation. When he was because what happened was he was getting into trouble because he was secretly buying the stock without telling anyone and disclosing it. And then what basically happened is that when he didn't disclose it, he would have gotten into trouble. So then because he became the largest shareholder, and then he started getting some heat because of that. And then he says, "Oh, I'll offer to buy it." And he joked. He did a joke, I think it was 52.20 or something like that. Supposed to be 420. I don't know. That was a stock, but it was almost a double the evaluation of the company or triple. And then he realized he was overpaying for the company, and he wasn't getting the loans, and the companies weren't giving him the money that he was hoping for, and it wasn't. True Crime Dime says, was the injunction filed the same day she went missing? Is that why JLR was involved in it? He said it was filed the 10th and she went missing.
Yes, it was filed the same day she went missing, yes.
Yeah.
It was filed and thrown out the same day over a damn dog. There's no reason for him to be doing this.
For a dog?
Yeah, that's what he added to his tweet. It was over a dog.
So, people thought a murder possibly would have taken place because of a dog?
Yeah, here, I'll post his tweet out here. Let me try to see if I can block some information out.
30 hours the same one.
I'll try to see if I can block some of it out. Hold on. That way we're not putting all of it in there. I mean, not that it's not already out there, but still,
Is he now going to try to blame the neighbor for this happening?
No.
Directly?
What he's mostly just doing is just trying to humiliate the neighbor because the neighbor humiliated him and showed how weak of a man he was.
Well, that's now, but the start of it was just for what? For what? What reason? Like we said, it doesn't relate to the case at all. Well, what if in his mind it does? What was that him trying to do? What was he trying to do? She got in a fight with the neighbor and it pushed her over the edge. Is he trying to blame the neighbor? What's he doing?
He's trying to do a lot of other things.
I don't know. I think that's kind of reaching by
Piece
saying
of
he's trying
crap.
to blame the neighbor, but
I think he just got what he was. He was basically doing his bullshit investigation, trying to look around for an investigation, and then he proceeded to piss off the neighbors because he was accusing them of something, like insinuating that they had something to do with that. They came up to him. They said, "You're harassing us." He didn't like the fact that they went up to him, and now he looked up all these guys' background and proceeded to fuck them over, and he's trying to fuck with their lives basically because he's a little man that can't face people in real life, and he's like a keyboard warrior, and all he could do is basically go after you by showing your background and doxing you and fucking with your real life by the internet. Pretty much.
I mean, it makes no sense why he even brought that up. None at all whatsoever. Unless it was to cause harm to another person as well.
No, he brought
That's
that
what I'm
up.
getting at.
He brought that up because he doesn't realize, he thinks he's these people think they're investigators. And it's like, you're not an investigator. You're not a cop. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the comments. Like, you have idiot comments like, let me see. You have people backing him up, saying you stood your ground. You have
That's a sin.
Just because you stood your ground and you have a right to be there doesn't mean morally you should still be there if a friend of the neighbor, a family member asks you to leave, especially at that given moment. What a piece of shit.
Yes, that's my problem. There's laws, right? And then there's some things that are morally wrong. I feel like the stuff that is morally wrong needs to be taken into, the police just need to, I don't know how they separate.
Well, then we'd all be in jail, honestly.
I don't know.
Yeah. For something or another.
Well, I'm talking like in regards to like kind of this stuff, you know what I mean? Leaving families.
With tragedies and stuff like that, yeah, they should have made a police line and everyone had to stay fucking behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Pushed them all back, stay behind it.
Agreed.
Why that wasn't done, I don't know.
I mean, you got idiots here also.
Or maybe it was done, but because he was already in it, they didn't ask him to leave. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like, you got idiots here saying you acted very professionally and nice to see the cops had your back. And it's like, how is this professionally and nice when the guy posted the guy's information in docs?
Professionally antagonistic. That's what he was.
Let me see. Jonathan, they are shady as fuck. Keep doing what you know what I mean? Like, that's the problem. You're looking into these people. It's like heavens forbid these people get the same treatment. Someone comes into their neighborhood and shows up everything, basically goes into their background and everything.
It still wouldn't be acceptable, but it would be understandable maybe from looking at JLR's crazy behavior if this woman happened to be found deceased in her garage or something like that. No.
Hey.
How
are y'all? Happy 420.
Happy 420, baby. I just wanted to make sure you're up here. I'm sorry for being rude.
Oh, no. You're fine. I just wanted to say real quick, all the people that sent for JLR, you better pray. You better pray tonight to God that nobody in your neighborhood ever does anything, even if you know them or not, because it could happen to you. Everything that you're simping for, put yourself in their place. It's that simple. It's not difficult at all. He's a piece of shit, and until the pieces of shit get locked up and real consequences come to them, they're going to keep doing it, period. And if anybody wants to sue, shit, I'll donate to the legal fund because it's ridiculous. You can't even have a neighbor that has an issue now. So now it's not just your family you have to worry about. It's if something happens in your neighborhood. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. Mm-hmm. And, God help. I used to think, oh, God, I hope nothing ever happens in my family. And, I would have to deal with this. Shit, I hope nothing happens in my damn city.
It's the truth right there, because simply them going out to these neighborhoods and harassing the way they are is, it could cause a lot of things, PTSD.
Yeah, the problem is that, like, for instance, there's one sane person in the chat that says doxing is never justified. This is trashy. And then you got these people like this person who says under a comment, it's a public record, Lori, public record. And Will Summer is the one who walked into JLR's live stream and inserted himself into all this. Nobody even knew who he was until, and that's not true. They knew who he was because he posted about the guy. That's why the guy came up there.
Exactly, Tim.
And it's like, okay. And it's like, why is, like, how is this relevant to your news? Just, I don't know.
It just clicks and views, you know what I mean? There's people there sitting on getting into almost an altercation. They're looking for a train wreck to happen. His simps are just as vile as him in some aspect.
I just found it funny. Like, a funny thing was, like, JLR is like Jones is in the chat, and she's like, Jones is here. She's like, JLR did the search. I give him credit for that. And then, like, literally 20 minutes later, she's getting into a confrontation with the neighbors.
I think what Hills said, Hills made a great point the other day, and it just struck me. And it's true. She said JLR would be happy if he came up and found somebody, but he'd take his picture with the dead first before he called 911 or a search team. That's what he's trying to do. It's not to help out the community, help out the greater good. It's so, like he said, if he had a drone, he would have flown over that scene that was on the side of the interstate, and who knows who's watching. So it's not, he's dangerous. They're all dangerous.
And he proved that when he asked the cop, can I go in there? That's what he wanted to do. Can I go in there? He wanted to go to where they were with Sarah's body and take pictures of it.
That's sick.
Why else would he want to go in there?
Exactly. So he can get his pictures and put on his, YouTube page and act like he did something in the kid. You know what I mean? Just
because let me tell you, most people who search for the missing like this, they are praying to God that they find the person, and they're praying to God they don't. Both.
No, is it my
understanding? Who wants to be that person?
No, is it my understanding that they knew that there was a possible, that this was like not a murder investigation, that this was possibly a mentally ill woman, and basically that's why they were kind of like just more of a search for her than anything else? Is that my understanding?
That was my understanding as well.
It's been said that the dad has said he already knew. So I would think that's accurate, Tim.
Okay. So basically, while everyone else was trying to look for this woman's remains, he decided to make it sound like a murder or a kidnapping.
And that the neighbor probably did something. It's sick. It's sick. But I mean, his simps, you better hope nothing happens. I'm telling you, because it could be anybody, and that's what's scary. I mean, that guy has nothing to do. And his record has nothing to do with this woman that is deceased. We don't know if she was murdered. We don't know what the circumstances are. She's just no longer here.
Well, my advice to people, if you see a guy on the camera saying he's a YouTuber with a camera running around your neighborhood, don't talk to him.
No, don't talk to any YouTuber.
Yeah. If you see somebody in the bushes, run away.
Exactly. You can do like my new little icon thing and show him what Adele likes to show. I mean, I love that. You can do that all day. But
yeah,
it's gonna happen. I mean, and I'm serious. One day there's gonna be a family member that is gonna be at their lowest. They're not gonna be thinking. They're gonna be hit with all of this stuff, and somebody's gonna get hurt, like really bad hurt, and it's going to be on a live because he's not going to turn off the camera, and that's what's scary. They tell you when you search, the first thing is do not video it. Do not. Don't. People aren't out there. Oh, hey, so should I look by the big rock? No, you should be focused on the search. If he would have walked up on her body, it would have been on a live. Now we've seen how many people just from this neighborhood know who he is after that very short time. They watch him. The people that are friends with them watch him to see what a nightmare he's causing.
That's very true because he
And
was live and he walked up on that body and the family got to see. That's the first.
Yeah,
That would be
and
hard.
also
yeah,
what
Yeah,
happened was is that basically he posted something like the next on the 20th, and basically he posted earlier that morning the judge denied the petition against her neighbor. I'm not going to say the name for domestic issues, Hillsborough, and basically accused. And I believe that individual, you know what I mean. So that was the husband that the GLR was basically doxing. So the husband was
right.
or whatever. I think was not
So he
exactly.
lost 3 days' work, got doxxed because a neighbor had mental issues. What?
Yeah, I hope that answers
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I hope that
It's
answers your
scary.
question. Yeah, I hope that answers your question, Susanna. And then True Crime Dime says the other side, though, a family member who lives out of state thanked JLR in the comments for streaming because it allowed them to be there and watch when they couldn't physically be there. Yeah, I mean, like the problem is that person probably doesn't know how fucking evil JLR is.
Right. And he's not really searching, y'all. He's not with a search party, a grid. Where are the other people?
and that's what the family
What?
doesn't know. That's what the family doesn't know. If they knew that, they
And
probably
so
wouldn't.
that's why I think more and more and more and more these people need to be called out and talked about because one day it will spread. I hope it's one day before JLR gets his ass beat or gets killed on a live. I don't want him dead, but good God. And if Betty thinks she's Miss Betty Badass, get a hold of a parent of a missing child. They'll chew her up. I'm telling you.
What
My
do you
husband,
mean?
if
Who's
JLR
Bullhorn
would have walked
Betty?
up to my husband last night, he would have beat his ass in the road right there. He'd have
Oh,
just beat him.
yeah, I would
He
call a
wouldn't
charge.
have cared.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have taken the charge. He's never been in jail, never arrested in his life, but he'd have ate that charge. He sure would
Right?
have.
Take it up with Twitter. My husband would have said, tweet this,
Exactly.
bam, right in the
Yeah.
kisser.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
got your Twitter right here.
right here.
Yeah. And you're going, yeah. Yeah. And I'll bring proof to my court hearing that you're going to have to come back to. You can't sue me, but I'll take a charge, and I ain't paying your doctor bills. You can't sue me for them.
On
And I'm telling you, and that's what's going to happen one day. And I
oh yeah,
hope that they stop.
on
Just go
every
political. Betty keeps
on
saying, "I'm gonna go political. Leave the families alone. Do your political thing. Run for school board council. Go, girl, go. Wear that copier out. Buy you some more toner from 1983 if you can find it, and run for office and have JLR as your. He can just he can do whatever he wants to do. But these families need to be left alone. And he's so friggin' macabre that I'm telling y'all, okay, before the body on the side of the road that was burning, before that, he came up on a car accident. There was somebody that was dead. What does he do? What does he do? Wants to zoom in, wants to see the person. What is that relative? And you're stuck in trying to get to him. You saw that idiot. But if he had a drone, he said he's going to fly over it. It's worse and worse.
on everything I love,
And
everything I love. If that happened to a family member of mine, and that man walked up on me, there's no doubt about it. There's just what would happen there would happen there is what I'm going to say. So he is going to end up walking up on the wrong one.
I've got red hair. My husband would have gotten the leftovers. I've got red hair. He would have gotten the leftovers after what I leftovers. And I've been that. I mean, I haven't been that family of a missing person, but I've been that family with a hospice patient. That we needed quiet. We needed time. Just and they stole that from a woman. They stole in Savannah. They stole that from her. And I think about that. And honestly, if that would have been my sister, let me tell you, I guess me and Dolly would have been in the same jail cell because I would have, I would have lost my mind just protecting my family. You
Someone in
know,
the chat said JR didn't walk up on anyone. Keep lying. How many people has he walked up on though, Stevie?
let's say he's walked up to a house and looked in windows. He has
Who's
walked up
got
to a
worse news
car
than?
and looked in a car.
Wait.
Media doesn't do that. So he has a restraining order out for
Buster?
Buster
one.
Murdaugh.
All right.
There's a restraining order.
Yeah, wait. Stevie, JLR didn't walk up to anyone and keep lying. Listen, bro, how would you like someone coming into your neighborhood, then coming up, getting your wife's information, proceeds to put the wife and accuse your wife of being a murderer, dog whistling, and then proceeds to then, when you confront him about it and says, hey, I lost 3 days of work, I'm getting harassed by your fans because you irresponsibly posted my wife's information and accused her of possibly a murder. Then he decides, because he's a little man and he can't step up to people, he decides to post the person's background information on his Twitter. How does that make him a fucking news reporter? Okay, Steve?
Right.
How the fuck does that make him a news reporter? You're out of your mind. I hope you never experience that when someone comes up and decides to go after the people you love in your life and fuck with them just so he can get some clicks and views. Okay, you're out of your mind if you think that's appropriate. That's not appropriate. No news media in the world would do that. Okay, they don't do that. You know why? Because they would be worried about being sued to the fucking ground. And the only reason why this guy's able to do what he can do is because he's a broke motherfucker, doesn't have a pot to piss in.
No assets.
The system hasn't caught up to fixing this problem. Because unfortunately, when it comes to technology, the laws have not caught up to things. So, yeah, I don't.
And his probation officer needs to be looked into if he knows all this shit's going on and it's just fine with him. Well, maybe he needs to be sitting next to him.
Okay, so
Sorry.
Steve, why don't you go on Twitter and look at what he posted about that woman? That was the guy's wife he was posting about, and he stepped up to him. Now, if you're a husband, you're going to let your wife be harassed by people on the internet? Well, that doesn't quite make you a man. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry. That does not make you a man. So he stepped up to him and he says, hey, why are you posting, claiming my wife has something to do with this missing person? So
basically, and he put out enough that he didn't say it was about a dog. Oh, no. He had to make it sound like she was responsible for whatever happened to this woman. Whatever happened to her, whether she took her own life or whether she was paid, whatever, he made it sound like this woman was responsible.
I'll read it to you. What happened to the missing 38-year-old Sarah Dreyer in Riverview, Florida? ? Vanished on the afternoon of 4/10. Earlier that same morning, judge denied her petition against her neighbor, says the neighbor's name, and then he puts down domestic issue ? Hillsbury County, and then he posts his video. Okay?
Right. So people can wonder and make up their own twisted crap.
Now, if you would have put down the whole truth and said something about a dog, people would be like,
but he didn't.
Well. Okay, so he knows what he's doing, and unfortunately, you don't see through that, sir. And I think the reason why you don't see through that is because you've never experienced this in your life. I hope for the day I hope it never happens to you, because this is not something I wish this happens. But unfortunately, you're just part of the symptom. You feed these people, man. You're feeding the parasites. If you believe that, you really are feeding the parasites.
Yep. If somebody, let's say somebody down the street, and I can't see comments, but somebody down the street from you, Steve, a man, woman, whatever, the same thing happened. And all of a sudden your wife was on Twitter with hundreds of thousands of people seeing your wife's picture. She had nothing to do with this. What would you do? Would you be okay with it?
Yeah.
I mean, would that be okay? Let's say that their 18-year-old child lived in the home. Are they free? Are they, if they have any kind of criminal record since they've been 18 and an adult, even if it was dismissed and it was nothing that had to do with anything, would that be okay? Would it be okay just to dox the whole entire house? What if their parents live with them? Is that a free for all? What I mean, where does it stop? What's too much?
Oh, look at this one, Stephen Irwin. LOL, this channel is calling anyone a parasite is comical to the next level. No, you are. If you actually give JLR views and money, yeah, you basically are feeding JLR. You basically are
Yeah.
allowing him to continue his fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Because if you didn't give him any money, he wouldn't do it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I think you might be right, Furious Felon. I think he is Stephen Irwin is JLR's on a sock account. Yeah, probably. I mean, let's be real. The picture does not look like I would expect Steve to look like. It's just like let
Well,
me see.
if JR is listening to this, I don't want him to get hurt. I don't want anybody to get hurt. He just needs to stop.
I'm laughing at
It's
the
gone
Steve
too
Irwin.
far.
That could be JLR because I mean, let's face it, he just did have a run in with an alligator and traipsing through the woods and wildlife, dumbass.
Because I'm looking at the guys like that. It's just ridiculous.
And we know what happened to him. Just saying.
Did he? I know JLR went when the child was found in the alligator's mouth, which is horrific, and the mother died and everything. I know he was there that night. Why didn't he accuse any of those people? I never heard about him peeking in those windows. Was he scared? What happened to that? Just kind of dropped off, didn't it? Didn't dock some of those folks. Might have been a little scared in that neighborhood. Sure might have been. And that's where it all comes down. How do you pick and choose who you're going to harass? Who's going to be the next victim? But I tell you what, Steve, you better say your prayers that nothing happens in your neighborhood because ain't no place safe, 100%. And if it happens, I'm sure he'll be there.
I mean,
so,
like, think about
I gotta
this
go.
much.
I'm going to eat dinner with my hubby, and y'all take care. Be safe, everybody. And just JLR, please just stop doing this shit.
Yeah,
Bye.
that'd be
Enjoy.
nice.
Bye.
Yeah, I mean, if the guy spends most of the time, the first couple of days of the search, just to go around the neighborhood and ask people questions, harass the neighborhood. How does that help find that woman? Doesn't help at all. Then he proceeds to, like, when he gets called out, dog whistles to his friend to post some shitty fucking remark on the Facebook group, and then proceeds to do some sort of bullshit search where he claims that he's almost got eaten by an alligator. Meanwhile, the alligator's across the gate and walks down a trail. And then when he finally does some kind of search where some people can acknowledge maybe it's a search, I mean, he did walk a wooden path, basically. Then he basically fucks it up by, like, when he gets confronted by the neighbors and saying, not acting like a human being, saying, yeah, I'm sorry about that, accusing your wife and putting her out there to make her look like a murderer. No, he doxes the person and proceeds to put their criminal record out there.
Yeah.
And then, so tell me if that's correct.
And that gator thing, he lives in Florida. He knows that, you know what I mean, gators don't just him being that was all clickbait, dude. You know it. You know it was clickbait. So knock it off. You're a friggin' fraud. You got a fake press pass. You walk around with your ears tucked in your hat like a goofball. Just take a friggin' walk off a short pier.
Like, how lonely and irrelevant must they feel to actually have to go out and do this kind of crap to get attention? Pitiful.
I mean, like, it's just like the guy, I think there's a lot of delusional people that actually think that's appropriate behavior, and it's not, because they've never experienced it. I guarantee you, if they experienced what JLR was putting these people through, they would be against it. They'd be 100% against it. No, I think they would all be against it. Because then if they actually experienced having all their dirty laundry being aired on Twitter, them being accused of crimes they didn't commit, I'm sure or their family members being accused of crimes they didn't commit, yeah, I'm sure they would all be like fucking hating his guts. But they just look at it as entertainment, some sort of Lifetime fucking movie, and they don't care.
That's the truth.
Apparently, I got it from Dawn. Dawn sent me an article. It says involuntary manslaughter charge to be dropped by Alec Baldwin movie set shooting.
I thought that was going to happen.
So Prosecutors in New Mexico plan to drop an involuntary manslaughter charge against Alec Baldwin in the fatal 2021 shooting of the cinematographer on set of the Western film Rust.
What about the prop? The person that handled the prop, is she going to be?
Oh, she's boned. I think she's boned.
Okay.
She gonna be the fall guy here?
I think it's her
right.
fault. I'll be honest. I don't think it was Baldwin's fault. It's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I kind of like understand. I mean, like, this just shows you it's like, you know, like that. Wasn't that woman like I heard like when you guys were discussing it? Wasn't she was like overworked or something like that? Like were supposed to have more people to actually do the set, but they were just cutting strings on the budget for that film.
I think she was doing another job in addition to her main job. Yeah.
And that's on her then, right? If she's going to accept 2 jobs.
I mean, like the problem is that you have like, if you have these like corporate multi-million-dollar corporations that could have made it safe, but they proceed to just try to cut fucking. In my opinion, I feel like that just like when you cut corners like that to save money, you're going to hurt people, and it's like, you know, I mean, like, yeah,
You can't cut corners when it comes to safety.
Yeah,
you just can't.
Oh yeah.
You see what it cost. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's just how I feel. I mean, you have a multi-million dollar corporation doing that, and it's just like feels like yeah, she's gonna be the fall guy, and that's unfortunate. Maybe it should be a lesson to everyone. Don't fucking go beyond the level just to get a job. Don't do 2 jobs or anything. Don't skip out on it, because then you're gonna be the fall guy and everything goes wrong. And the multimillionaires are gonna probably just walk away scot-free.
Yep.
You know? So this girl, I don't know how many years she might spend in jail. I don't know if she's going to plea out. I don't know, but it just seems like, you know, her whole life is changed forever from this whole situation. And that man's dead. So, you know, also someone can save a little money. A few $100 so they can make some Western movie, some shitty Western movie, probably.
It was a woman that got shot, correct?
I think it was a woman.
Misspoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Misspoke. Yeah, it was a
I
woman.
was making sure I was on the right.
No, thank you for correcting me. I was wrong.
There was actually 2 people shot, I believe. One passed away, and then the other one made it, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. She was not qualified in alcohol issues. They get drunk and target shoot like blackouts. Oh, I did not know that. You think OSHA would have handled on that? Well, yeah. Well, I don't think Alex. I don't think he has anything to do with the crime. I'm just saying, like, my guess to save money, he probably they're probably going to be a civil case, and we'll probably read it in a year from now, and we're going to probably see the safety issues on it involved. Because I'm pretty sure people are going to be sued on this in a civil matter, and they're going to be like, okay, well, what safety procedures did you follow? Who was supposed to handle this? Who was supposed to handle that? Why did you not have these people hired? And it's probably going to go civil, probably. But I'm only guessing.
I would hope.
Let me see. I think she and him are both at fault. Yeah, well, there's a difference between at fault civilly and at fault criminally. So civilly, yeah, they're fucked. I mean, like, I can't imagine them getting past civilly, but criminally, you would have to. There's things. I'm sure one of them is responsible criminally, but I don't know. I think Alec that's probably why they dropped the charges on Alec. They weren't sure if they could get him. Let me see. I read this. Prosecutors didn't immediately comment on the case, and it wasn't immediately clear whether the charges could be refiled. Okay, so they might refile. Baldwin and the film's weapons supervisor, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, were both charged with the involuntary manslaughter in the shooting. Baldwin was pointing a pistol at the cinematographer Helene Hitchens during a rehearsal when the gun went off, killing Hitchens and wounding director Joe Souza. Baldwin was said that the gun went off accidentally and that he did not pull the trigger. An FBI forensic report found the weapon could not have fired unless the trigger was pulled. Okay. The case against Baldwin had already been diminishing. A weapons charge that would have meant a much longer sentence had already been dismissed, and the first special prosecutor in the case resigned. It wasn't immediately clear whether the charge against Gutierrez Reed would also be dropped. The charges against Baldwin had marked a stunning fall for an A-list actor. I wouldn't say that much. Whose 40 years career included the early blockbuster, quote, The Hunt for Red October, which was like, what? When was that movie coming out? Like the 90s?
The submarine one?
Yeah, the submarine one. And starring role in the sitcom 30 Rock, as well as the iconic appearance of Martin Scorsese, The Departed. Okay, that's a more recent movie, but he didn't really have a huge role in that. And a film adaptation of David Mamet's Glenn Ross. In recent years, he was known. Okay, so yeah, Saturday Night. Yeah, so he lied to the cops and says, "Oh, I didn't press the trigger." He really did press the trigger, and then he got all the other issues. Yeah, very interesting. I'm going to look at that the more you know. So it is what it is.
He said like he barely pressed the trigger and it just went off or something like that. A light trigger. I can't remember it all. It's been so long ago, or it feels like it, at least.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, I missed you.
No, I said that I think I remember him saying like he like barely pressed the trigger, like it was a light trigger type thing, like a sensitive trigger, but I can't remember 100%.
Yeah. I don't be hating on Alec Baldwin beats him. I don't hate on Alec Baldwin. I just think come on, you're gonna say he's an A-list star. He hasn't been an A-list star for quite a while, like 20 years ago. Okay. Just saying. This is my opinion on that.
I was never a big Alec Baldwin fan myself.
Have you guys seen this?
Seen what?
The cop, she shoots a homeless man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but he walks up on her. Hold on. I'm not even sure. Should I even play this or what? It's on YouTube. It's on Inside Edition.
Does he get does they show someone
and
getting
that's
shot?
why I said warning. Some content may be disturbing to some viewers. Yeah, it makes you sign in that you're over 18 to watch it too.
Is your thing on 18 right now?
Can you send it to me and I'll watch it really quickly?
Yeah.
And I'll see if they actually censored someone being shot, because that might not be good. Jeez. Okay, they don't actually show him being shot. They just show the after effects. So.
Yeah, so I was going to say, because it starts out with, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, yeah.
Shoot! The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department has released video of an incident from earlier this year that led to a Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's deputy shooting and killing an unarmed man experiencing homelessness. The officer responded to a trespassing call outside of a store.
Yeah, I'm not going to move at all. I will actually kill every who comes here.
The man was 50-year-old Christopher Mercurio.
Okay, I'm going to sleep right here so you can do what you want to do.
Okay.
Either protect and defend or I'm going to destroy your human being.
Yeah, to say something like that,
Yeah.
But I mean, he's making threats and stuff. I mean, I don't know.
KCBS said Mercurio attacked the deputy and punched her in the head, injury she later received medical attention for.
Well, yeah, he's attacking her, punching her in the head. I mean, I guess she had every right to defend herself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can steal her gun. You know what I mean? You could hit her and then grab her gun. I mean, that's the truth. It's happened many times before. It looks like he has an army jack on. He served before. I mean, he might have some issues and stuff like that, which is horrible, but
Yeah, that's crazy shit.
Why didn't she have no partner?
I don't know. I just see like I don't know anything about the situation. It just came out 3 hours ago.
damn, stuff coming out nonstop.
To get the out of here now.
Step back, right? I'm gonna fight. This fight.
The deputy then pulled out her weapon and shot 2 fatal rounds into his chest.
I'm gonna heal you, dude.
Shoot.
Suspect down.
KCBS interviewed an expert on police procedure and use of force for his opinion on the incident.
It didn't warrant, in my opinion, having seen.
So do you think with him walking up to her and telling her to shoot and walking towards her and stuff, I
got no problem with that.
Punched her in the head and stuff like that. Where's the rest of the body cam footage where he hit her and shit? Because that should be all on there, all of that.
Well, that's probably.
It looked like he kind of did. He like grabbed her and looked like he went to go hit her, and then said shoot. He kept coming forward, and that's a woman, right? I mean, he's a bigger man. He could grab that gun.
No, I see he's actually like pushing her. Like he says, "Get the fuck out of there," and she proceeds to push him back, and then he starts pushing her a little bit.
I mean, he's got an army jacket on. He could get that.
Because it looks like he was basically pushing at her, and then she panics. She takes out her gun because she's by herself, and then fires 2 shots at him in his chest.
I know it's shoot to kill and stuff like that, but I think this is the type of scenario where you could put one in the leg and just put him down type thing.
No, the problem with shooting someone in the leg is that there's a vital like
yeah.
There's like a vein that goes there. Yeah, there's a vital artery that goes through there, and it can actually result in you bleeding out. You probably could die quicker in some scenarios if you shoot the wrong place in the leg.
Yeah, I just feel like it'd be what's the word? A better chance of him not, she hit him in the chest twice. So I mean that's you going through your lungs, all your.
Well, the problem is she's by herself. And she's confronting a man who really close, and I don't know, like she should have had a partner. I feel like that should have been some sort of partner involved.
She could have tased him also, but I don't. That was a big dude. I don't know if that just might have made him more mad.
Yeah, the problem is that you need a partner. You can't just go up to a person with no partner, no backup, by yourself, trying to confront a guy who's basically twice your weight. If that guy really wanted to take that gun from her, I think he would have.
Yes. And Cappy's right. I don't want to say the word, but Sua, you know what I mean? By cop.
Yeah, it could be. But if he wanted to take that gun from her, he could have. He had the opportunity. He was like, she was right next to her. And that's why there's usually like backup, because a gun can be taken away from you. But that's just, that's just the layman's point of view. I'm not a cop, so.
I watched something yesterday, Tim. This guy was pulling this guy over. The guy got out of the car first. And he's like, what'd I do? He's like, well, you're going 25 miles over the speed limit. And he's like, nah, you're lying to me. And then he took one step closer to the cop, did just one small step. And the guy just like grabbed for the gun, right? Just started grabbing for the gun. You could see him grabbing for the gun. He's yelling, he's grabbing for my gun. He's grabbing for my gun. I don't think they end up shooting him, but it happened just like that. So that guy could have easily grabbed for her gun, and that could have been the end of it.
Yeah.
I was on a YouTube friggin', those the shorts that you just go through nonstop. Oh man, for hours and hours I was going through those. I sent a funny one to Queen she liked.
TPs have me heated. What's TPs?
Traffic police, maybe?
Traffic police. Well, the StreamYard's link is on top. Anyone can jump up. I'm sure Queen will let you up. But please don't come up here and be like, well, this person I really don't like on YouTube, and I decided to jump up and scream about. It's just like the past couple of days, people just literally just jump up and start screaming out random shit that has like nothing to do with the stream. Like,
Oh god, and they did that just to get attention to themselves so they could fire up their own life.
Yeah,
It happened
it's like
twice.
I don't like so and so. It's like, okay. Would you like to talk about like JLR? No, I don't know who like. I feel like that if I did say that, they'd be like, no, I don't know who JLR is. I don't know who that guy is. Armed.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's unarmed, but the thing is that she's really close. Like he was pushing her. So if he really wanted to push it, like really, really push it, he could probably overpower that woman.
Easily.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw that. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was his jacket. He could have been somebody
And
else's
I'm not going to
jacket,
just say it because she's a woman. I mean, like I think like even a male officer would be could be like overpowered, or at the very least struggle to get because you're talking about a situation where it's one-on-one, and
anything can happen.
Anything could happen. So that's why usually, I mean, like that's just how I think about it.
And I mean, and then let's be frank. I mean, it's not down to women whatsoever, but a man usually is bigger than a woman and stronger than a woman in many cases. So
yeah,
that's not like in a bad way. It's just the truth. Women are usually smarter than men, in my opinion. So, but when it comes to strength and muscle structure and all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean, and bone structure, it's just a fact.
Yes, everyone loves when Heels in there and is on the panel. Nini, WC. Yeah, I would like to see the whole thing. Well, my guess is they're not going to show the whole thing. Probably because they had to edit out the part where the guy gets shot in the chest twice. So obviously, they're not going to show that part.
Oh yeah. So you know what I want to see the shots. It's something that.
It's on Inside Edition.
Is it?
So it's not really hard to find. You know what I mean? So if somebody wanted to go check it out or you wanted to watch more of it, it's on Inside Edition.
Oh no, I think they were saying that they didn't show the actual the full scuffle. Is that what I think the judge was saying? The full scuffle on Inside Edition.
Oh, is it? I don't see it. Let me see.
I'm sorry, my little was talking to me. What'd you say, honey?
Oh, you're good. I think they were saying there's a one in the Inside Edition. Does it actually show the whole scuffle, or is it that what you just showed us is what?
It's just what you just show it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's what I just showed, and then they do kind of like the interview or they talk
Mm-hmm.
to that guy, and you know what I mean.
Yep. Did someone say Heels wanted to come up, or was that just something else?
What did you think of did you hear about the Critical K thing, Queen?
Lawsuit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard she got, defaulted on it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Was it for not showing up?
Well, she didn't show up multiple times beforehand. She was actually held for not showing up a couple of times. But that's pretty crazy.
And was she the one that was filing the lawsuit? Or was the other person filing the lawsuit?
The lawsuit was filed against her because she was claiming basically like defamation. I'm not 100% sure on the details. I have to look at it again. I don't want to repeat things I'm not sure about. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a big lawsuit against her by the mother of the person she's reported on, and it was not good. And I think her channel got terminated because of that as well. People might know more than me, but I know very little because it was a little before my time. But I saw like that was being reported that Critical K was basically like in default. I don't know. Some people were running around with paperwork. I don't know, but it's interesting.
It's me, Tim.
Oh, Queen Heels is trying to jump up. By the way.
Yeah, she just jumped off real quick. She'll be back in a second. I was going to ask you some crap. Was she going to represent herself again? I would assume.
I thought she was trying to represent herself. Like,
maybe she just thought she was going to lose, right? And just like, fuck it, I'll just not show up and just take the default.
I don't know. I would have to read the papers again. I think Down the Rabbit Hole was talking a little bit about it, and like it was like this big story because it's like she was definitely defaming people, and it was not good. And then she got sued, and it was
actually, what really happened was Christian Andracchio's autopsy pictures got leaked that weren't supposed to be at all.
Oh, Jesus. That's crazy.
Have you guys been keeping up with the FIA stuff? Holy moly.
Oh, by the way, Queen, I think, is Heels in the back? I thought
No, she
Heels
said
was
she's
on.
not in the back.
Oh, okay. Damn. Okay.
No, she said she doesn't want to come up.
Okay. What did you want to say, Nick?
The FIA situation, that's just been getting crazier and crazier and crazier.
I haven't heard it. I didn't hear it till like I didn't listen too much until like about besides her selling like not having her own art.
Yep, they've done a couple Instagram lives with all the girls on there, and she tried to blackmail Becca by saying my lawyer is going after these people. He wants to go after you too, but you have kids, and I really like you, so I need you to get me this information for this certain people. I need their emails, their full names, and blah 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 blah. And towards the end, she's like, I think you're trying to blackmail me. And she goes, no, trust me, I love you. I told my lawyer that I don't want you in this, and blah 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 blah. And then they did a live on it with the girls, and she played it from Julie, not Julia Wendell, the Julie reporter girl, and a bunch of the other ones. It's getting out of control. She's going to be blasted for everything she does, which is all fraud. Everything she does is just fake.
So she's like she's like the Molly Golightly from like.
Yeah, but worse. Yeah, I would say, but worse.
I wouldn't say worse.
Well, I'm talking about like in accolades, the stuff she says that she is.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Not what she does, but yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like her entire life is a scam.
Yes.
Like she just basically pretends to be a fake psychic, fake artist, fake everything, so she can get online clout.
Yeah. She took pictures next to that woman's painting with a paintbrush, right? She had a paintbrush and acting like it's just like she portrays this image so she could be this social media influencer and whatnot. And it's obviously worked, but now she's getting called out because everybody, she should have never done this Julia Wendell thing, because literally what it did to her is brought a lot of eyes on her, and now she's getting called out for all the prior fake stuff she's been doing.
Well, that's how the cookie crumbles.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you get like called, you get caught with one little, you get too big, people start noticing all the fucked up things you've done.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like.
Scrambling right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. The woman is basically her whole life is a fucking bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
That was weird last night. You were like literally jumped onto Jenny Jens and you were like had Tam jump on. I didn't even know who Tam. That woman seems mentally ill.
So they played some stuff for me on Jenny's before about Tanta. They were like basically giving me a history lesson like last week on her. So when I jumped up, I was like, oh, I'm in the presence of a legend right now. She is something else. Something else.
Like, maybe explain who Tam is. Seems like she like only thing I know about that woman is that she kind of yells and screams into like
yeah, you kind of nailed it.
Into the camera about random shit.
I mean, she's done stuff as like I guess she got sent a picture of her own, and she started like breaking it down, thinking it wasn't hers, and it really was. Some crazy.
So she's just basically like a lol cow. She doesn't do any doxing or anything. She's just basically a crazy lady on the internet.
I don't know if she does or doesn't do doxing, but she's definitely a special one on the internet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, usually I don't pay too much attention. I was just like, I saw her like jump on. I saw her like screaming and yelling, and like I was like, wow, she's crazy.
Yeah, she messaged like Savage like 90 times that day. Text message. God. Yeah.
How does she have Savage's text messages?
Yeah, Cappy, it was Tammy. She was on last night. She goes, oh my God, not Tammy. Left my ass off. It was.
Yeah, she jumped on while Savage was up, and I was like watching like towards the tail end of the interaction. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
It was hilarious.
Oh, she doxes?
Oh, she does? Okay.
I don't know if she does, but yeah, she seems like mentally ill or something like that. Like when I was watching her, I was like, man, she's off. But
I think she's just like crazy, not like a mentally ill way. She's just like off the chain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she definitely is off the chain. Definitely off the chain.
They have some funny ass clips of her, of stuff she says. It's on. That's why I jumped. I'm like, this is awesome. I'll never be able to do this again. I just stayed quiet.
Let me see.
Moonlight, who is? You don't want to know. She's nothing you want to watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to, like, I don't, my thing is I usually don't watch crazy people too much. You know what I mean? Like I remember Tony was like my co-host was like talks about Shanny for Christ, and I was like, man, this lady is fucking crazy. But like that doesn't like I mean I'll watch it once, but I'm just not really into it. Like, you know, I just just don't watch those people. Like my most of my attention is more focused on people that just kind of fuck with people's real life, like really fuck with their lives.
Yeah,
And
like
I just
Bombshell, I
focus on
never knew of Tim, and they were explaining it to her, and they played some. I had no clue some of the stuff that she's done. Like, she faked like her water was out and put a hose going into her window to get money. She's done.
Yeah, I'm
like
sure a
crazy
lot of
stuff.
people have a lot of stories on that one.
Yeah, I know, just a whole hose going in the window. I'm like, wow. I mean, yeah, that's creative, but it's freaking horrible.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm sorry, but she has also said some very nasty things, even wishing death to another channel owner's unborn. Whoa. Anything she says that's funny doesn't erase those terrible things. I don't think she's funny. I thought she was crazy.
Oh yeah, don't get that twisted. Crazy and funny are two different things.
Shani and Jason are boring as fuck. They're more like sad, to be honest with you. Shani for Christ is a sad story. I'm actually depressed, especially for the guy. I mean, this guy had like a lot of money he was given, like, what was it, $750,000 or some shit he inherited, or some huge sums of money, like life-changing money. Like you could literally buy like 2 houses, turn them into rental or just one house, turn it into like a rental property, or buy your own house, and you could pretty much, you know, really get a great start to your life. And they just wasted it all. They're in debt now. They have to literally like beg on the internet and do some crazy things, and you sit there and it's just like, man, this is the saddest thing I've ever seen.
There's other stuff she's done too, like faked. I think an illness. If I'm not correct, I know someone in the chat will know.
Yeah, 2 years to spend $750,000. That's crazy to me. Like, how do you spend $750,000 in 2 years buying shit?
Well, I can tell you this much: DURGS has definitely got to be involved, and that's what they've told. They were telling me that she has an issue.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but it's just crazy. But yeah, when I see Shani for Christ, I think she's just sad. It's like it makes you depressed actually to watch that person's life. Not entertainment at all. It's just sad. It's like you wish you could just basically just tell these people to wake the fuck up and start rebuilding their lives, but unfortunately, you know, leave the internet and get real jobs, and maybe, you know, a little bit less caloric intake a little bit, you know, and focus on exercising. But apparently people don't do that, and maybe go to a doctor or a therapist to discuss their problems.
Nenny, who am I mixing up? Or are you talking to me or somebody in the chat? I think.
Man. And they left all the shit behind when they moved. Yeah, they did. They had like an apartment where they were like, oh, like it was like a really high, like expensive apartment. Shanny for Christ. They bought a lot of pizza in Delta. Yeah. Yeah, they're just sad people, man. Internet has a lot of sad people. I don't know. Captain Neptune, that's why I don't understand why people make fun of her. I know she's bad and does bad things, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just sad people, man. Just sad. Like, you can make fun of Betty because you know she's a piece of shit, and she's like, you know, she's a piece of shit and she deserves to be made fun of. You know what I mean? Like that's her punishment, to be shamed on the internet. But when someone's like crazy or pathetic or really pathetic, you kind of feel like you're like, maybe.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Cabby says when she first came to the scene, her and her husband were supposedly dying, and this was 7 years ago. She has everything under the sun, including Lou Gehrig's, supposedly.
Which one?
I think she's talking about Bombshell.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I think.
I don't know too much about Bombshell. I just know like she accused Valoma, like you know, she went after Valoma, and I didn't like that shit. I really didn't like that what was being done with that stuff. You know.
Yeah, Valoma addressed that last night.
You know, I'm not really cool with that. Smoke them if you got them. Well, you know, I think the Hive is doing a special at 7 o'clock, actually.
So Tammy faked that. Okay.
Tammy, okay. Mom, I can't imagine I could fix all the immediate problems with that much money and pay off my mom's house on top of it. Yeah, you could probably do a lot of things. You could probably get like, I mean, while interest rates were low, you probably could have put about a down payment for 2 houses easily, had money in the background just in case for repairs and everything, and then just turn it into rental properties. And maybe even buy your own house and just sit there and collect rent, basically.
It's crazy. All these people faking this stuff left and right for money. I don't get it. I know a lot of us don't get it, but I guess it is what it is.
I mean, a lot of people fake it because it's easy to scam people as total strangers on the internet than it was just to stand in the corner and beg for dollar bills.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Yep. Hate crimes, regular and full-time employment would do all these nut jobs a world of good. And the rest of us would get the overflow, benefit from them having a vacation other than competing for YouTube's worst. True that. True that, Lisa. Everyone's path of bad weather. Stay safe if you guys have bad weather. Yeah, Ontario chick. I was listening to the girls last night and the guys over at Jenny Jen's about some of her scams. Yeah, me either, felony. I have no sympathy for people that are lazy and then graft off other people's money. Moving scam, heater scam, water scam, car scam. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
We're back. I'm back. But anyway, what happened?
Ontario chick said moving scam, heater scam, water scam, car scam.
Yeah. That's how the internet goes. Like Dark Side Phil was an interesting one. That guy literally lost millions of dollars, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, microtransactions for wrestling game.
What?
Yeah, you know, like that wrestling game, like for like your phone and shit or whatever. Like you buy, he spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars on that shit.
Doing what? Like, how do you spend money on a game? That I'm confused.
Let me see if I'm saying that.
Where's Pablo Escobar? Kelsey said, Mrs. Escobar is doing something real quick. She'll be right back.
Actually, it was 100 gambling. Yeah. Let me see how much he's based on. Let me see. Grown based on a WWE VIP chart and bank leaks. If you want to see full, he spent $92,000 on. I mean, assuming a floor of 36K was revealed. Yeah, so he spent $208,000.
On what though? Like, what do you spend the money on? Like in the game, like you know, Fortnite, you can buy like the skins and all that kind of stuff. Is like that kind of stuff.
WWE VIP.
What?
Like the wrestling game. I mean, it's not crazy. I heard one time I was like, you know, the Age of Fire Age, you know, that microtransaction game, right? There was a situation where a guy who worked for Caterpillar as an accountant stole millions of dollars in his company and used the majority and like used millions of it on microtransactions on the game.
That's Lucha Libre. Stereophonics mom said.
Like he spent a lot.
I mean, some people don't even make that in a lifetime. You know what I mean?
Well,
Or
he was
in a 10-year process.
Yeah, he's an interesting one. But yeah, I think he's banned from Twitch now, though. Or not banned, he's on Twitch, but he's not monetized now.
What's the point of doing? I guess people can just drop their other stuff now. So
let me see. Is gambling with it? Is he gambling with it? No, I think what it is like. Let me see if I gotta make sure I got WWE. I gotta look at it. I know it was like a VIP. Okay, it's not really gambling, but it's like a microtransaction. I mean, I don't know.
I guess it might be a type of you know what I mean, because you're gambling your money. You know what I mean?
So let me read I'm going to have to read this. Maybe I got it wrong. Okay. This is a recent rough estimate from the food growing place based on the WWE VIP chart and bank links if you want to see a full details of it. Total spending, assuming a floor of $39K at time of reveal. This is as you want to generously fill. Started slow, $39K. VIP chart, 92,000. We see probably this man that made millions of dollars in his decades of spamming video games to YouTube, and his bank account was going into the negative $30 in 2021 to do one or two things. I gotta see the breakdown, but basically he spent like $200,000 in WWE. I wonder if it was a game. If I had to make,
He broke now, or is he just that was just he just had that to spend?
Well, he used to be big. Like he was around the time of early days of YouTube. And back then, like you literally could just there was no video game live streaming, there was no video games stuff like that. And mostly what happened is that he started getting views and people were watching him, and he would just record his playing video games with like a camera, hand camera, and point it to the game, like the TV screen, and then upload them on YouTube, right? And what happened is that he got into trouble because he was actually telling his fans to click on the links for advertisers to get more AdSense, and that got him banned first time. And then he started, he just spiraled from there. But then he never really updated any of his stuff. He just kept on doing that. And eventually he just started doing a lot of e-begging, but the guy spent his money stupidly buying figurines and stupid microtransaction stuff. And this is a guy who made millions of dollars on YouTube. Like, and also could have been as big as PewDiePie.
Oh, PewDiePie called him out?
No. I mean, he could have been as big as PewDiePie because he started out at the same time.
Yeah, they shoot themselves in the foot constantly.
Yeah. Let me see. Fashion, is that one of these?
All right, guys. My internet's cutting out because it's storming really bad here, and I'm gonna be on here at 7 at the Hive or whatever. You know what I mean? We'll be on the Hive doing our 420 thing later.
All right, no problem.
That'll give me a couple hours to charge my laptop and shit and my phone.
Yep.
We'll be over on the Hive so we can get it, be on bullshit. So.
All right, no problem. All right,
sounds
see you
good
guys.
to me.
Bye.
See you guys in a couple hours.
7. If you guys want to pop over here, I'll go grab the link too. For anybody that doesn't have it, I'll go get it real quick.
All right. No.
Yeah. I'll see you later, Queen. Bye, guys. See you later.
Bye, Boston. We'll see you later, baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I replaced the pinned message. So the pinned link at the top is for the Hive. We'll be over there at 7 o'clock my time. You guys are welcome to come over there. We're gonna do some 420, hanging out, chit chatting, laughing, talking shit. Come on over and hang out. Bye, y'all. Happy 420.